Light, love, and truth, and may the universe relish in our existence. Welcome back to KDF Connection. I am A, and I'm so happy to be here for a second day in a row. I think. Is it? I don't know. What is time? No, just kidding. So, today I really want to talk about the concepts. I want to take a portion of time to discuss a portion of the concept of suffering. Okay. All of us have definitely felt the feelings of suffering, of despair and sadness and anger. And I know that none of us really like to live that way. I mean, these are feelings that are not, that are a part of the human experience, but I don't think that they are necessary to the depth that some of us feel them. Again, they are part of the human experience, so on some level I do feel that they are a natural part of life, with the whole concept of having balance in having the good and having the bad. I mean, there really is no good if there is no opposite of that, if there is no ability to experience something that is opposing that feeling. Only then do you really understand the beauty of love and light and healing whenever you experience the depth of anguish and sadness and grief and suffering. The one thing that is not healthy is to exist in that state of suffering for extended periods of time. Not only does it start degenerating the spirit, disconnecting you from the divine, not only does it start degenerating the mind and all of the neurological pathways that are being built, it starts to, whenever you start messing with the mind, you start messing with the entire body. Okay, you start messing with the hormonal systems that are in place. You start messing with the muscular structure that is in place, and your body just slowly starts to fall apart because of this suffering, because of these stresses. And so today I really want to talk about those of us who get into those moments, what we can do, what we should do in order to set intention for each moment of every day. So the intention is to be mindful and not to allow your to be mindless, right? And to set the intention each morning, each day, is really going to create a structure for your mind, for your body, for the energetic pathways to get you along your journey. And this is going to include really creating habits and rituals and setting time. So the one thing that I want to say is that when you start seeing your life and when you start seeing your body and when you start seeing your soul as sacred, the word ritual does not seem, it's a little bit easier to digest the word ritual and habit whenever you see your body and soul and spirit as something that is sacred. So ways to start creating, or rituals and habits that you can start creating for yourself on a daily basis, would be meditation, journaling, praying, saying mantras, saying affirmations, and even listening to music that is geared toward your intention. There's a lot of music out here that we are digesting. There's and listening to and feeding ourselves that is not aligned with who we are and where we plan on going with our life. They're talking about violence. They're talking about abuse. They're using profane words towards other people, hatred and harsh feelings, which, as a musician, I think that it is a very beautiful. Music and art are ways to transmute and express feelings that we do not feel like we can. However, to start ingesting and digesting other people's unraveled emotion is not necessarily healthy for us. So to listen to music that is geared toward your intention, or creating music that is geared toward your intention, is really going to help connect the dots between your senses and your mind, and then to your spirit. And I think that all of this is really important. So yes, habits and rituals to get your day started are extremely important for us as souls living in these bodies, because these habits are going to perpetuate the life that we want for ourselves. So again, it's a matter of understanding that you intentionally have to set aside time, set aside space for you to set more intention. So you're just setting more and more intention, putting more and more purpose into the actions of your everyday life. And whenever you give your time, your body, your mind, your soul purpose and intention, that's when things are really going to start falling into place. In future videos, I am going to talk a little bit more about what it means to have a mantra, what it means to have an affirmation, how to go about developing these things for yourself, so that way you can really start to come into alignment with your higher self, with your God, with your inner goddess, God, and starting to create a more purposeful and intentional and mindful life, and which is something that all of us who are here on this channel are really looking to do, so that way we can really start serving and fulfilling our purpose here. Thank you so much for joining me today. It was such a pleasure to open up this topic of discussion. We are light, we are love, we are truth, and the universe relishes in our existence. Namaste.